in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go one more. 54. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Watch the out. Watch the out. You go tight. You got tight.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Alert! Check, 59. I got him, 31. Check. Line him, go.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Hatchet. Check it out.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and a Charger 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
31. Hey, turn it up. Check 99.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check three. No. Off. Showing it.
Gordon. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Check the backer.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Set. 19. Check. Watch 54. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that 26. Right there. 54. Hey, 59. 54, Mike. Wild Bill.
From the 50, it's Watson. And an alley to run. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Set. 19. It's 59. Mike the 59. Watch the slant. Switch. Alert.
Watson on first down. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Shift. Put it down.
Throwing again on second down. Watson, wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Here's Watson. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. First down, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
Ready, black 22.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go, folks. Ready, black 25 behind.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
You ain't going nowhere.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Watch twist. Check nickel.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Watch the shift.
On 2nd and 9, Watson escaping the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Elliott, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, again to Elliott. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
The tackle made by Joey Bosa.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
And it's 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Jameis to throw it. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point attempt to come here. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Around the NFL, they're in the 2nd in Philly. The Raiders are out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st down, Watson forced out to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. 24. Same.
Out of the gun, Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Set. 19. 59. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check 37. Check 37. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Time to go.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would. If he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive? He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
All day, every day, any day. Check three, check three. Watch twins, watch twins. Big edge, big edge, big edge.
Now Gordon on first down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
At the Cowboys' 21-yard line.
Reset, 19, 31. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Check 4, check 3, 6. Sponge. No.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check down. Single receiver.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for number 81. Incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
And it's 3rd down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be taken short. So we've reached halftime here in Carson with the Chargers on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude.
There goes Melvin Gordon. The 20, 10, and oh so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there by Gordon. 64 yards on the ground.
At the 2-yard line. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. Kill.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. Here's Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Ready? Blue ready. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Easy. 59.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Winston. That's complete. It's Bell. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. 4th down, Winston. And no, it's incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going, and we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Get the boys down, he's coming. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the ball. I'm coming for you, son.
From the gun, here's Watson. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the 4th quarter, tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon, and not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy with time starting to become a factor.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
10th carry now for Elliott. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Come on now, let's go.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now the Chargers have it. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points.
They don't move. They don't move.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Back to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Watson now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Mike 5-9. Go. Take me up. Here we go. Mike 59. Mike 59. 55. Tighten up. Pull it together. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 54.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Ready. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a two-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more two-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Ready? Moving. Check. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Cowboys, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the home team here, The loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.